How many books have you read? You read so much. How do you know what you've read? Can you recommend me a book? How do you keep track of books you want to read? Where can I see what books you've read? Hey, what's up, fellow readers? Today I'm talking about how I track my books. I get questions like I just showed you all the time. Everyone wants to know, how do you track your books? I mean, you read so many. So today I am sharing 2 ways that I track my books with you. If you're new here, my name is Megan, and this is Booking It. The first way that I track my books, and this is just for personal record, is the one and only book journal. If you don't have a book journal, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to keep track of your books. It's a great way to have a personal record of what you read, and just all around, I love having a book journal so much. I'm going to do a quick flip through for you guys just to show you what I have. Bullet journals can be relatively cheap if you look in the right places. Personally, I got this one at Five and Below, and it works so well. It doesn't bleed through at all. The markers stay really well on the pages, and it's pretty big. So look around, find a bullet journal that you think will work well, do some marker tests on it, and if it doesn't bleed through, use it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You'll see that my bullet journal is really minimalistic. I don't like to do a ton of decorations or coloring. I just use it solely for tracking my reading. So let's get right into flipping through my book journal. The first page I have in my book journal is just a quote. It says, "We lose ourselves in books, we find ourselves there too." So this is just a quote I like to have. I really like this quote. I feel like I lose myself in books a lot, but you can also find yourself in books. They can really be meaningful, and a lot of people find themselves in books. So I like this quote. It's a good opening page, and it's inspiring. The next 2 pages we have are a table of contents in my 2021 book goal. For my 2021 book goal, I'm reading 50 books, so I just color in a box every time I read a book. On the next pages, we have my 5-star faves. This is just for 2021, so right now I currently only have The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This next page is my genre tracker. I tend to read a ton of fiction, so I like to track my genres just to see that I have some differentiation in my reading. Each star rating has a different color, and then I just put the box in the genre. This next page is the best books for educators. I forget where I got it, but I found it online. It's just a list of the best books for educators, and then I have a place for my star rating and if I'm done reading it. If you see my introduction video, you know that I'm going to school to be a teacher, so I really want to educate myself on the profession and make sure that I know everything I need to. This next page is my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 challenge. If you haven't heard of that, it's basically just you read 5 books of one type, 4 books, 3 books, 2 books, 1 of different types. So you can do whatever you want, but mine is 5 young adult, 4 middle grade, 3 professional development, 2 nonfiction, and 1 complete series. So that's just a good way for me to track what I've read and how I'm doing on that goal. The final 2 pages, I have a series tracker, so different series have different boxes, and then I color them in when they're done. And then I have every book of 2021 that I'm going to fill up with every book I've read. So this is just a good way for personally me to see what I've read in an overall spread. I usually do it by year. I don't do it by month. I just do it by what I've read during the year. And then it's fun to flip through at the end of the year just to see how many books you've read, what you liked, what you didn't like, and then you can move on to the next year. The next way that I track my books, and this is more of a public tracking of books, is my Goodreads, none other than my Goodreads. I love using Goodreads to track my books. If you guys haven't used Goodreads, it's super duper easy to use. It has a really good interface, and it just lets you put what you want to read, what you're currently reading, and what you have read. You can rate the books on a scale of 1 to 5, and you can follow your friends, see what they've read. So if you're interested in following my Goodreads, I will put it in the description box down below. I like to use Goodreads just because, as I said, it's super easy to use. I like to see what my friends are reading, and they usually like to see what I'm reading. So if you want to follow me, check out the description box, and you totally can. I also like that it lets you track your challenge. So as you guys know, my 2021 challenge is 50. So every time I read a book, it adds it to that challenge, and it lets me know if I'm behind schedule or if I'm ahead of schedule for my reading. So I just really like Goodreads. I think it's a really good interface, and I think that you should use it if you're trying to track your books and you don't really have time for a personal book journal. So that is all I have for you guys today, just a short little video. Everybody's always asking me how I track my books, so I just wanted to share it with you guys because I think, honestly, it's good to track your books. It's good to see what you read, what other people read, and just to share it with everyone, you know? It creates a good community when you can share your books with others and have people comment. So, thank you guys for tuning in today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!